Hello, and welcome to the Everywhere Book Fest. Specifically, welcome to the illustration Fight to the Death, a no-holds-barred throwdown between four distinguished illustrators who all deserve better. I'm your host, Adam Rex, and let's meet our panelists. Clockwise from me, coming to us from the great Commonwealth of Virginia, is Shannon Wright.
Hi, everyone. I'm Shannon.
Yay!
Hey, Shannon. Hi, everyone. Hi.
From Shannon, coming to us from Tempe, Arizona, is Ms. Molly Idle.
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Clockwise from Molly Idle is our ASL interpreter, Jenny Kamen. Thank you so much for helping out today, Jenny. Clockwise from Jenny Kamen, coming to us from Scottsdale, Arizona, is Juana Martinez-Neal.
Hi, guys.
And clockwise from Juana is me again.
Hey, Adam.
Okay, so I thought that maybe there might be some fidgety kids out there who are already asking their parents, when are we going to draw something? So I thought we would have a quick warm-up round, just get started drawing right away. So, Shannon, name an animal.
Oh my gosh. A koala.
Okay.
Molly, a koala wearing what?
Oh boy.
I had no idea there would be so much pressure. A koala wearing a top hat.
A koala wearing a top hat. A top hat, Juana, a top hat that is topped with
Flowers.
All
flowers.
right.
Okay, we're drawing a koala wearing a top hat, topped with flowers. On your marks. We're going to do like a minute. All right, everybody go.
All right.
I definitely picked an animal I don't know how to draw. Oh, gosh.
I think I know what I'm doing, but I don't know. I don't know anymore.
I just don't know anymore.
I already forgot to leave enough room at the top to
For the
top.
flower.
me too.
Exactly.
Oh, no. Okay, I got this. Flowers.
I think it's like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Oh, man.
Oh, what does a koala look like? Yeah, he's an angry koala.
I don't know how I think it's like this. Yeah.
Tiny flowers. All right.
I'm going to draw him with a mustache.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh man, time's up, but we're all still drawing. Nobody's looking at the time.
Okay.
Time's up. Okay.
Oh man,
oh
you guys. Oh, I hang my head in shame. All right, okay.
Wow, I definitely picked an animal I couldn't draw.
It's so
That's on
funny
nobody but you, Shannon.
how much we rely on reference, right?
Right?
Yeah, that's an important thing to say.
Yeah.
I don't know how many young artists we have out there, but every now and then I hear from some people, adults and kids, who think that looking at pictures and trying to learn what something actually looks like before you draw it is cheating somehow. So I just want to let you know, we look at pictures, we look at reference. I have a whole bunch of like plastic animal toys to help me out with drawing things. If that's cheating, I cheat all the time, and Leonardo da Vinci cheated, and you cheat too, I assume?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I use reference like my life depends on it.
Yep.
I'm not sure how people were illustrators before Google Images. I don't know.
Yeah, or for that matter,
Books.
no cameras.
Lots of books,
or-
libraries. Yeah.
I remember.
Good point.
I remember how bad it was at the beginning of my career when I had to take like Polaroids of myself and how difficult that was. And,
wow.
and so like we live in a
Wait.
golden age for illustrators.
Adam, didn't you like make models? Do you still make them?
I still do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have. That would have been smart to have some handy. But every now and then, if I have a character that I can't really rely on looking at pictures of myself or a friend or something. I might sculpt a little sculpey model of that character, make it, paint it maybe, and then I have a little, perfect three-dimensional model I can look at from. And some people use software to do that. They use modeling programs on the computer.
Right.
I don't know how
I
to
never thought of that. Well, that's animation, right? Yeah.
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 All right, so let's dive into it with some more intros, I think. So Shannon, I guess we ought to probably take care of our paper situations here.
I was really anxious to get rid of my koala. There you go. You could have left yours up for a bit, but I was like, let's just all forget that happened.
I kept looking at mine and I was like, this is a person.
It's a way to go.
I kind of.
Shannon Wright, why don't you tell us every little bit about yourself?
Okay, so I am Shannon Wright. I'm a cartoonist and illustrator based out of Richmond, Virginia. So I'm on the East Coast. And I have been doing illustration since I was in college, and I love comic books, and I'm going to actually show you my book that I'm displaying. Called Twins. It's my debut graphic novel with Varian Johnson, and I'm super excited because this book is 256 pages.
Wow!
And yes, it's a hefty. It's a hefty book.
How long did it take you?
I want to say between start to finish, maybe like 2 years. Between like just a lot of things going on, but it's so worth it. I got to work with so many amazing people. It's with Scholastic, which that's my childhood right there. And so I'm just super excited about it. I love these characters, and I can't wait. I cannot wait until it's out in the world. October is still a long ways away, but I'm so excited.
We can't wait.
That's Twins by Varian Johnson and illustrated by Shannon Wright. And like she said, it's going to be coming from Scholastic in October. So sorry, we all have to wait for that. But I want to talk to Shannon more about the process of making graphic novels later. For right now, I guess we ought to move over to Molly Idle.
All right. Hi. I'm Molly, and oh my gosh, I have so much respect for Shannon. 256 pages?
Yeah, it's a lot.
All right. I topped out at 40 here with Coral, which is my new book, which is out May 19th with Lil Brown, Books for Young Readers. And I'm so excited. But I'm all about the pink, you can tell. Despite living in the desert, I love the ocean and mermaids. And so I'm so excited to have this book out. And I'm embarrassed to say it took me about 2 years. So if I had to go to 256 pages, I have no idea. You'd be hearing from me about the time I started applying for Medicare. So.
All right, so that is Coral, and it is coming out later this month, you said?
Yes, May 19th.
May 19th.
Beautiful.
All right, let's move over to Juana Martinez-Neal. What do you got?
Yeah, hi guys. So I have these. Let's see. There you go. SWASHBY and the Sea. It's coming out on Tuesday. And it's with Hitomi from Hardcore. The author is Beth Ferry. And if Beth is watching, hi Beth. So it's about this grumpy sea captain. And he's finally retired, and he moved by the ocean because he loves the sea. And the sea loves him back. And he moves by the ocean, and then everything is perfect and beautiful and quiet. And then this little girl and her grandma move next door. And that's when the whole book starts. And they are just night and day. He's quiet, they are not. He's grumpy, they are not. I mean, it's such a mess, and I love it. So SWASHBY and the Sea. SWASHBY and the Sea, May 5th.
Out May 5th then, right?
Yeah. Tuesday.
Happy book birthday soon.
Right?
So close.
Yeah, happy book birthday to me too. My book also comes out on May 5th. This is Unstoppable, which is not illustrated by me, which I realize is kind of thematically confusing, but I wrote it, and Laura Park, the great Laura Park, illustrated it. And it's a story about a little crab who wishes that he could fly.
I love that.
A bird that wishes that they could pinch cats on the nose with giant snapping claws. Huh. So they team up and become a new animal, and they're now a crab bird or a bird drab, depending on which one of them you ask. And there's the cat again, but honk. Now they are unstoppable, and they end up teaming up with some other animals, and at the end, Congress gets involved. It's a whole thing.
Oh my!
That is also coming out on May 5th from
Wow!
and I'm
Two
super
book
excited about
birthdays.
that.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we should get into it. We're going to be doing some more drawings for you today, and I was thinking about, I definitely am not the kind of person who thinks that children's books all have to have morals. But I think we all know that a lot of classic children's stories are very prescriptive. They teach you how to behave in an uncertain world. Mm-hmm. And we're living in an uncertain world. So I thought maybe we today could update some classic stories for the world we're living in now. And I'm going to ask you, the audience, to help out with that. So I'm going to get a story started, but with each story, I'm going to get to some point where there's a blank that needs filling. So I'll need you all to fill in the blank by typing something sensible into the chat window that you see there. And then my producer will share with us as many of those things as they can. And then we'll pick from that and do some drawings. Before we get started with that, I just need to get through this. Stories created during the Illustrator Fights to the Death become the sole property of Adam Rex on all platforms in perpetuity. The maximum copyright period is permitted by law in all territories, foreign and domestic, and throughout the universe. Please indicate your agreement by staring quietly. Thank you.
I'm ready.
Right.
So, I think you all know her. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who always wore the same red hood. So everyone called her Little Red Riding Hood. And one day she set off through the deep, dark forest to her grandmother's house to bring grandma a basket of goodies. And on the way, in the middle of the deep, dark forest, she met what? This is now the time for the audience to, she met a cat unicorn flying over a rainbow. That's a possibility. Right out of the gate. You had that just loaded up, didn't you?
Cat unicorn.
A panda wearing clogs.
That's another good one.
That is a good one.
What's, a request for fire truck and princess. Should we choose from that menagerie? I guess we all have the opportunity to choose whatever from that group that Little Red Riding Hood meets. We're going to have 3 minutes. So once again, that was a cat unicorn flying over a rainbow, a panda wearing clogs, a fire truck, or a princess. All right? We all ready?
Right. We are. Well, as ready as we get.
And go.
All right.
That's supposed to be a basket. Let's all just remember that none of us are drawing under the most optimal of conditions right now.
We should also remember that everything is owned by Adam.
Also,
Oh yeah, Adam owns everything right now.
I might disown this drawing, actually. I'm not real crazy about how this is going, but
I'm gonna draw my cat with a fluffy tail. Actually, my cat's tail looks like it's on fire, but whatever. I need some wings. No, unicorns don't have wings. That's a
Yeah,
Pegasus.
they just fly.
That's a Pegasus. Okay,
The
well,
10-year-old
Right.
me would insist that actually pegacorns.
yeah,
A
you know,
unicorn? Nice.
you know
All
what?
right.
I'm drawing wings. We're going in with wings.
Somehow we're almost already about to run out of time.
No, we are not. Oh, seriously? No, are we 30
No,
seconds in or we've had 30 seconds?
Wait, I gotta draw.
No, we have 30 seconds.
Oh,
Go on.
30 seconds.
I was about to make this not G-rated with what I was about to say. All right, okay.
Fly. I'm gonna add some sparkles because I love sparkles.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good
there
idea.
it is with Shannon. I'm also giving my cat wings.
It's
5
funny.
seconds. And man, that's it, apparently.
No. All right.
No.
Ah, I never even got to the. Okay, the clogs are down there, you guys, but there's.
Koala.
It's virtually my koala all over again.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right, what's up next? Next is trash talk. This is the
Oh,
time where
Lord.
Oh,
Molly,
boy.
Molly, your drawing is poor, and you should feel bad about it.
Aw.
Oh
Well,
yeah, we're trash talking.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, I do. So how about that?
Please don't leave me out to dry being the only person who said something mean that he didn't even mean about somebody else's drawing.
All right.
There's so much to work with here. Look at this mess. I wasted like 15 seconds drawing a tree that was not even necessary.
Yeah, Adam, you think that's a menacing cat? Come on, like
But it's not so
little red is just gonna go boom.
Oh wait, I thought of something mean. Okay. You
Yeah.
all drew the same. You all had to draw the same thing. I'm the only one who could think of not drawing a cat unicorn. I wish I
I don't know what bugs I stay
You
away
have
from.
no imagination whatsoever.
You're right. It's out the window. It's been a long week.
What is it?
Okay, so in the deep dark forest, Little Red Riding Hood met a panda wearing clogs or possibly a cat unicorn, and that creature told her, hey, actually, you know, it's a dangerous time to be visiting grandparents, so you should turn back and go back to your home unless you have some essential business outside of it. The end. What a beautiful story. All right.
I got a little teary.
Aw.
The
Next
impact.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Rapunzel, right?
Yeah, yes.
Nobody reminds me of social distancing more than Rapunzel. It's
That is
all
true.
there in her story. The staying inside, being cut off from loved ones.
No
not being
haircut.
able to get your haircut professionally. Yeah,
That's true.
exactly. So Rapunzel had to ruin it because she just had to see her boyfriend. So she let her hair down to let her boyfriend up. And we all know that that's not okay right now in these particular circumstances. So what would Rapunzel have been better off using her hair to do? What would have been a better use of Rapunzel's hair in this day and age?
What do you say, guys?
Yeah.
What
Give us
suggestions do we have from the audience today? I know this one-
Waiting.
you can't just shout
Yeah.
unicorn cat into the void this time. You have to actually think about this one. So
Make a
maybe
hammock.
Make a hammock. All right.
a suggestion. I like that. Let's see if any more come in. Make her
A
a boy
boy, and he saves
Say
the
bye
bat.
That.
who cuts her hair and
Her
flies
hair
away.
flies away.
You know, that is no less weird than
That's-
any of the
This
original
is a
fairy
YA
tale.
novel. Yeah.
Just for tripping on.
Tripping.
She's just straight up tripping.
To cook dinner.
Okay.
All right. Do we have something to work with there?
Yes.
You all know what you're doing?
Weaving
Weaving.
face masks. I like that. I do like that.
Weaving the face mask.
I was 99.5% sure somebody was going to say toilet paper, so I'm actually really proud of that.
Yeah, we're getting off light. Let's go with this. Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
I know what I can do.
What 3 minutes actually seems like now. And go.
Okay.
I like the humming.
Sorry.
No, I like it.
Yeah,
we could
keep
be
up
doing-
the humming.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how she would tie her hair up.
Right, and then
Where is she in the house, you know? Okay, we're gonna give her a polka dot dress, because why not?
I think I just ended up drawing standard princess dress from every book of my childhood. Big poofy sleeves. I don't really know enough about fashion.
Okay, so let's see, like, we're I don't even know how the hair would. Oh my gosh, I ran out of space. It's fine.
hang on. I lost my other marker. There we go.
Okay, so this is gonna be next to a very strong lamp that she just has in her room, because that makes sense.
You know what? This drawing and I are going to be practicing social distancing.
Oh my God. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. Put it back.
No, put it back, put it back.
All right.
No,
Sorry.
Like if I keep going over this same spot, that'll make it better.
In a second, during the trash talk portion of the show, I'm going to say really bad things about it. But right now, I'm going to tell you the truth, and I think that's lovely.
Okay.
Yes, it
Well,
is.
you're very
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah, it really is. Yes.
Yeah, my Rapunzel has very like strong standing lamps. Like these lamps are just very strong.
Oh, that's awesome, though.
Yeah, that's like the same tortilla lamp that all of us had in our college dorm rooms.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Okay, we got 15 seconds left, 10 seconds left.
All right.
I'm going to stop touching mine. I think it's pretty much done. 5 seconds left, and pencils down. The SATs are over.
Oh, no.
So let's see what kind of variety we got. We know that Molly did the face masks. Shannon did the hammock. I had her cooking dinner. And Juana, yours is a little too far away. Is that?
Yeah, I know. That's
It looks
what I'm
so cool, though. I love the
what?
line, the shape of it.
Hair, like, you see?
Wait,
So she's sitting. It's hard to read, but that's her, and that's her nose right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then she's sitting, and then that's the mask. So she's
Oh,
actually
okay.
really.
Got it. Yep.
I need to draw bigger. Yeah, I'm gonna draw bigger.
All right. Trash talk again. My drawing is better than everybody else's drawing. Come at me.
Is she frying eggs? That's a lot of cholesterol, Adam.
wow, yeah.
You know, I didn't get so far as to actually figure out what she's making. Some sort of indiscriminate meat, some sort of sausage patty or tomato or something.
No,
Yeah.
the hair is like octopus. He has like all these things. I mean, she's holding She's holding the knife with the hair.
Yeah, she's got a knife. She's got a salt shaker. She's got a pot full of water, and she's frying up something there.
I'm trying to think what the Bon Appetit crew would think of her technique, you know? What does
Yeah,
Brad
she
and
probably-
Claire have to say?
Probably shouldn't be holding a knife so close to her head. One thing.
That's one thing, right?
She doesn't need like a hair net so much as like a
What
hair
about fire and
tent.
the hair? Yeah.
Yeah, hair's pretty flammable, so
Yeah.
All right.
let's just all flame Adam. Yeah, we're just all roasting Adam.
Okay, next up, the three little pigs.
Uh-huh.
These pigs literally built entire houses just trying to keep one guy from breathing on them.
They're pros.
Wow.
Now we know that the third pig built a nice stout brick house and that worked out well for them, but we all know how things went for the pigs who made their houses out of straw and sticks. So what should those pigs have made their houses out of instead? What should little pigs numbers 1 and 2 have made their houses out of instead of sticks and straw? Let's see what we get.
Also, next round, let's bring our drawings a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone
All right.
gets-
I'll do that. Yeah.
All right, what do we got?
Any suggestions from the audience as to what these pigs should have made their houses out of?
Hopes and dreams. No.
All shattered.
I think we've stumped the audience on this one. Oh, sod.
Sod.
Uh,
Okay.
Everybody knows how to draw sod.
Pretzels, the wolf could have ate them.
Could have been.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah.
pretzels,
Candy.
Candy.
Andy.
Then we have Hansel and Gretel. Yeah.
all distracting the wolf away from the delicious
Face
pork
mask.
dinner inside. Face
Just a random
mask
face mask.
Cheesecake.
and cheesecake.
I would
All
have-
right.
well, I would like that anyway, but yeah,
Yeah. It wouldn't have lasted. Yeah.
not long.
All right. I have no idea which one of those I'm going to do until I start drawing.
Okay,
I
so we
think.
said salt, face masks, cheesecake, candy.
Candy,
Pretzels.
pretzel, cheesecake, a lot of food, and then also sod. Which,
Sod, my
Which is
favorite
just
food.
funny, right? Like,
Which is my favorite food, you know? Jello. Okay, I'm gonna do Jello.
all right.
all right, okay,
And go.
all right.
Just a big old Jello.
Mm,
Oh. Just a big old Jello block for me.
Now, Jello is kind of a tricky thing to draw with Sharpie.
Yeah,
True.
I'm trying to think about how many like buffets I've gone to, and I just like mine is just a big old block of Jello. Giant square Jello. Kind of looks like SpongeBob, but whatever. It's a little sticky. These are the pigs inside.
mm,
So I was a little concerned that sod was not going to get any love.
Aww.
So I'm
Well, I'm
trying
doing
to
it.
draw a sod
I'm
house.
doing that. I'm doing salt.
Doing
so
sod
don't
as
worry.
well?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm doing Jello.
I'm not 100% sure what sod is or what it looks like.
So hold on a minute while you're drawing. Here's the ESL in me. Salt like dirt, right?
Right.
Right?
With,
Okay.
with grass on
Yeah.
top. Yeah. All right.
My two pigs, they are partying in their Jello house.
We got 1:45.
Yeah.
Got 45 seconds.
Jello house.
Oh, Molly brought in color.
Oh no! Oh my gosh, I should have got some colors.
Oh wait, other way.
30 seconds.
All right.
Ten seconds. I'm just noodling now. I don't really know what else to do with this.
I'm done.
Done.
Time's
Nice.
up.
All right.
Now that's Jello.
It says
Yeah.
jiggle with
Nice,
it.
nice. Jiggle with it. I love it. I just decided to completely cheat and not go with any of those suggestions and made their house out of a giant Clorox wipes container.
Wow.
Because if you're gonna have people over during this, you better at least have plenty of Clorox wipes, right? You know.
Yeah.
Only I could
Well, you better not. Yeah.
live inside a giant thing of Clorox wipes.
Haven't we all said that?
Must be squeaky clean. So
That is true. And that's
We have an
really
audience
good.
question about what kind of markers we're using. I am using the largest Sharpie that you can get over the counter. It is called the Magnum.
Mhm.
Right.
And Shannon, what do you got?
I just have the normal Sharpie. I did have a giant Sharpie, and then I found out it was all dried up. So
Nice. And I've got Crayolas.
Mm.
And Sharpie king size.
Ah, all right. And Juana, I love that. Can you bring it closer to
That
the
is
camera?
so sweet.
That is the most precious pig I've ever seen in
Wow.
my
Yes.
life.
Oh my
wow.
God. He's adorable.
All right. I don't know. I don't even feel like trash talking.
No.
Yeah. We
Juana
we
wins
got
that one.
Oh,
I
look
think
good.
Yep.
Shannon is a close second. I'm third, and of course
A
Molly
distant fourth. A
is
distant fourth.
disqualified for cheating. So
You win some, you lose some.
okay, one final round.
All right.
These things off of here. Once upon a time, there was a land that fell under a curse. And even to those of us the least affected, it seemed like the whole world was half asleep and waiting to be woken. So I know this goes against everything that we've been told about good social behavior right now, but who do we kiss to take all of this away? That's what I want to know right now. What person or animal or creature or thing do I need to kiss personally to make everything go back to the way that it used to be?
You sacrifice.
So
yourself.
that's your challenge now. Who should Adam Rex kiss
Kiss.
to?
Oh, you should kiss. Okay.
Well, let's see what we get here.
All right.
I think this one should be a raccoon with a bow tie. That seems
Okay.
sanitary. That would probably be helpful. A hedgehog,
Dog.
I love
Okay.
hedgehogs.
robot rabbits,
Rabbits.
I like robot rabbits.
Yeah.
Voldemort. Well then.
You know,
He is probably a good kisser because the nose never
Nose, right?
right?
Never have to guess which way to go.
Dachshunds. All right. Our new challenge is I want each of you to draw a taco dinosaur. I want each of you to draw yourself kissing the thing of your choice, and maybe we can lift this weird curse that we're all
Okay.
living in
All
this
right.
haunted world. So,
All right.
okay.
and go.
Oh boy.
I like now how our markers kind of sound like little kissy noises.
Right.
Good, I'm losing my shapes here.
I messed that up a little bit. No, it's a turtle, but it's okay. Aren't turtles kind of just like dinosaurs?
I say yes.
Yes.
Mine came off a little turtly too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My kiss sucks.
I mean, I haven't been kissing in a while because of social distancing, so you know.
Right.
I don't recall what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, mine is like a baby
Oh.
Tortosaurus.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay. Oh, 30 seconds? Okay.
Yeah, I lost my nose, but you know.
5 seconds. 3,
All right.
2, 1, and we're done.
All right.
Okay.
All right, we have 2 taco stores. Oh. Oh,
That's
all right.
sweet. Look at that
I was
smoochy
going with the
kiss.
taco store.
Yeah.
Shannon really shut me out on that one.
No, yours is cute.
No,
too.
yours is really yours is like the older brother of my baby Tacosaurus.
Mine is a pile of diapers, and you know it.
No.
I lost the nose.
Oh, that's sweet. And I ran out of time to draw me, so I just blew him a kiss. All right.
No, I mean, you need to, Molly, you personally have to get in there and kiss your drawing now.
All right, but you said, mwah. All
There you
right.
All right, that's all I got for the drawings, which you're probably all happy to hear. So I just thought we'd use up the rest of the time with a little Q&A. And so if we see some questions come in from the audience, then I'll try to get to those. But I wanted to start with just, I love comics too, Shannon, and I can't believe that I haven't made a graphic novel yet, except that I am terrified of the amount of work that entails. Can you take us sort of through the process? What did you get from Varian first?
Okay, so from Varian first, I got like a summary of what the story was. So I needed to actually figure out, was this a project I wanted to take on, because it's a graphic novel. This is a lot of work. And so when he sent me the story, Twins, which is funny because Varian is actually a twin himself. It just like resonated with me, and I was like, yeah, let's do this. And so I then got a script, and from there, I want people to know that with comics making and stuff, if you're working with a writer and collaborating with someone, it's a lot of like going off of each other, asking questions and like saying, hey, does this work? This doesn't work. Hey, let's pare this back. And so after I got this script, I'm going to show you guys like a bunch of sketches I have. I then went into like sketches. So let me see if I can pull this up. So I printed out, hold on. So I like printed out templates so I could draw each page and stuff. I don't know if you can see it. Mm-hmm. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah. I did this for each chapter. So like, there's like another chapter that I dog tagged, and then another chapter. And it was just a lot of like sketches, and then I did cleanup, and then I did the final. And from there, you'll see we have like color pages.
Mm.
And here's an example of just in black and white. Here's an example of just line work. And then this is like an advanced reader's copy. And I'm actually glad that I have pencil work in here. So
Nice.
anyone picking this up can see like the process from like each step and like how much work goes into it. But yeah, it was a lot to take on, but I definitely learned so much, and I love comics a lot. It's like one of the best ways, I think, like to tell a story, and you can tell any type of story. So
Yep.
Adam, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So looking at Unstoppable, it looks so fun. And I love the art, but as an illustrator, when you write, knowing, so it's a two-part question. One, when you're working on a story, do you know, like early on in the process, this is something I'm going to want to draw myself, or this is something I'm going to want to have somebody else illustrate? And if you decide that you'd like to hand it off to somebody else, like as an illustrator, illustration notes are one of my least favorite things to get, like instruction from an author, but I would have a really hard time handing it off to somebody else without saying, this is kind of what I picture going here. Is it tough for you?
I mean, it can be, but I think to answer your first question, I sometimes get sort of an idea. I just kind of get a gut feeling sometimes like, oh man, I need to be the person who makes this one. Maybe there's some humor in it that I'm just not sure somebody else is going to handle the exact way that I want them to. So I take it on for that reason, or it's just something I really want to draw or paint.
Right.
But if I don't feel that in my gut, and I think, like my first book that I did not illustrate was called School's First Day of School.
Right.
And the main character of that book is a school. And I did not know how to do that. I didn't even know how to do that. And I don't think anybody like loves me for my architectural drawings. So I thought, great, this will be my first one that I pass off to somebody else who wants it.
So you were thinking about it. You were considering doing some without you illustrating then.
Yeah, for a while I've been thinking it would be fun. I would get to work with illustrators I love. It might mean that I get to maybe even do more. Like sometimes I'll write and illustrate, but sometimes somebody else can illustrate, and that's very time consuming. That leaves me freed up for some author to come along and say, would you illustrate this? And then I get to work with an author that I love. So I like it. I like this new world that I've stepped into where sometimes I illustrate my stuff and sometimes I don't. We have 1 more minute until they're just gonna like turn off the lights and tell us we have to go home. So man, I did not get to as many questions as I thought I was going to. It always takes longer than you think. So before I lose the time to do so, I just want to once again thank our ASL interpreter, Jenny Kamen. Thank you so much for your help today, Jenny. Thank you to the audience for tuning in. Now I don't know how much time we have left until we're going to get cut off, but
minute 30.
I think
No. Minute 30?
Yeah, I'll have another sheet under there. Let's just start drawing until they cut our cameras off. Thank you so much. This has been the Everywhere Book Fest and the Illustration Fight to the Death, and we really appreciate you tuning in. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.